Welcome back to the Be Different podcast. This is your host, Brad Redford, and we have a special guest on the phone, a former teammate of mine at Xavier University, NBA basketball player, one of the best scorers I've ever played against. I hated guarding this guy ever, and not that I liked guarding anyone, but Jordan Crawford was one guy I did not like to guard at all. Jordan Crawford, you are on the phone. Thank you for joining the Be Different squad.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man.
You sound amazing. It's 8 a.m. right now, and man, you sound alive. You're a guy though that does not need any sleep. Your energy continually amazed me when we were playing together.
Yeah. I wake up every day, try to, go about the day positively, and, get work in and just continue to build towards something,
I believe that. And my only problem, there was one problem I had with calling you on the phone, Jordan. There was one. Do you know what it was?
What was it?
The interview that we did on Redford's Rundown about 4 years ago was the best interview that I've ever done. You mentioned in that interview a couple of things. One was that one of the best times at Xavier was traveling with your teammates. You also mentioned at that time you were playing in Atlanta that the women were a lot more fun than playing basketball games. Is that still true?
Man, all that still exists for sure.
It all still has to exist. Oh, man, that's hysterical. You also said, I want to ask you about this one, and this is somewhat of a legitimate question, but I said, what was the most impressive performance you had seen at the NBA level? At that time, you said it was Steve Nash. Has anything changed since that time?
I done seen a few good performances, but the Steve Nash one, I think it was just, I was just getting to the next level, and I was trying to see what's the difference between, just regular players and what make other players special. So, that one was just so special because I couldn't see how he was really doing it, but he was doing it on a nightly basis, which impressed me because he made it look easy. So, I still tell everybody about that one, honestly. So, I remember my first game, I got traded to the Warriors. KD had like 56. And it was crazy seeing it up first, against Draymond because he was playing as good as D as he could, but it was just nothing he could do that day. And that's how it is in the NBA. The talent is that good. It
doesn't matter how good the defense is. That's what I've been trying to preach that to people for years. Years. And it doesn't matter what defense you play. If KD is hot, he's getting a 50 ball. Right?
Yeah,
just like guarding you. If I was guarding you on a good day for you, it was an awful day for me. It was terrible. I was getting yelled at. Chris Mack would kill me. I'm like, you're like, Redford, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm guarding Jordan Crawford. I don't know what you want me to do.
No, it's the same when people check you though. You know what I'm saying? You average at 40 all through the year. Once you see the rim and you feeling good, it's nothing nobody can do.
It's amazing when you get to that spot as a player. When you hit that offensive peak in a game, you almost like completely shut off. You're like unconscious, and you just let it take over.
Yeah.
Have you been able to watch the Xavier team play much at all this year?
Yeah. I watched a few games. I watched the game last night too.
Oh, you did? What were your thoughts from last night?
You got so many. We got so many players that's skilled, and I think especially now in the game today, players only there for 6 months or a year, something like that. So they're not really going through the ups and downs. And with Xavier, they got a team full of players that's been there 2, 3, 4 years. So it's like you got the talent level, and you also got the mental toughness part, and that's what give them, the last 2 years, I really feel like they have a legitimate chance to win it all. But, they got to believe that. But because of the experienced players, give them an advantage.
What are your thoughts on Trayvon Blewett at the next level?
I got, you stay aggressive, you stay confident. He got a real good chance. He's aggressive. You can tell he looks for the big moment. So, as long as you stay confident, stay playing your game, you always got a chance.
All right, the NCAA tournament is coming up. That was definitely one of your bright spots as a player here at Xavier. You averaged almost 30 points a game during the Sweet 16 run. to the Sweet 16 run against Kansas State, the double overtime game. But against Minnesota, you had 27. Pittsburgh, you had 32. I mean, and you were averaging over 20 that season. I mean, you're a complete bucket getter. There was 2 shots to me that stand out. The one that you always see against Minnesota in the first round, it was 31-30. You had that amazing scoop shot that you see on like every single NCAA video that Xavier has. And then the double overtime thriller with when Gus Johnson was on the call. I mean, one of the best NCAA tournament games really of all time. Score was 87-84. Johnson's going nuts. You have the ball in your hands, Jordan, from like 3 feet in front of half court with about 4 seconds left, and it looked like we just like gave you the ball, and everybody, including the other 8 guys on the court, were just watching. It was just you and then the defender. Do you remember who was playing defense on you at that time?
Yeah, it was Kelly. I forgot his first name, but he's from New York. But yeah.
Can you take me through that shot?
Well, it was I mean, at the time, I mean, that whole tourney was special because it felt free just playing up and down game. But I remember, I just knew when I had it, I just wanted a clean look more than anything. I knew it was far, but
you're literally. I'm watching the video right now. Your foot is at half court on the catch. It's. Oh, there's a ball screen. You came out. Oh, Jason Love said the ball screen.
Stop gassing it, bro.
I'm not. I don't gas at all, and I'm in the corner like, pass it to me, Jordan. Pass it to me, Jordan. Let me get the offensive rebound, Jordan. I'm watching this right now, and I honestly never watch myself, but I look like a little kid trying to grab some taffy out of the candy store, trying to get that rebound. Gosh, that's hysterical. Oh, it's funny. That is really good.
Yeah, it was just a shot I wanted to have a clean look, and just shot it confidently.
All right, and then your professional career, you've continued to get baskets at all level, not only just in the States, but also in China. You had 61 points in a game in China, 71 points in a game in China. Was 71 your career high?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm watching some highlights of the game. Actually, I'm sorry, you had 72 points. I was mistaken.
That wasn't.
Do these Chinese guys play any defense on you, or what's going on?
I mean, they actually play. They actually play hard. They go for a little more moves than the people over here. but it's just that wasn't really my best game. But it was just a game where I wanted to see how many points I can get, and I wanted people in the States to hear about it.
People heard about it.
Yeah, I wanted people to hear about it. So it was just opportunity to keep my name, buzzing and stuff like that.
Dude, your handles crack me up sometimes, man. I feel like you just get out there and like, I'm just gonna mess with as many people as I can tonight. I'm just gonna put as many people on skates as I possibly can.
Try.
Oh man, so you're in Detroit right now. What's your plan, kind of moving forward with everything?
Well, I got it's a couple teams that's interested in me. That's really considering bringing me on. So basically, I'm just staying in shape and kind of picking what option I want to take. I'm a person that I done got to a level where I don't just play basketball to go play it because it's basketball season. If I'm not comfortable, if it's something that I'm my heart not in, I'm not gonna really force myself to do it. So I pick and choose what I want to do. Stay connected with China, with NBA. I got a couple teams that's interested. So right now I'm just maintaining, waiting to see what happens, and we'll see in the next couple of weeks for real. So
basically, you're just saying whoever writes you the fattest check, right?
I mean that, and where I want to play though too.
I know. Yeah. I'm sure that's a piece of. Well, you've deserved that now, and I can't imagine playing basketball every single day right now. I mean, how does your body respond from practice and games every day?
Yeah, I mean, I actually go see the route I done took. Like right now, I haven't played since October. I was with the Pelicans, so I mean, I didn't the last 3-4 years I didn't preserve my body pretty well because I didn't just play like half the seasons in China, half the season D League, half a season in NBA. So I didn't actually, kept my body pretty strong, kept it pretty youthful. But now at this age, playing every day, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it's tough. See, I had that old man's body at about 19, so I can only imagine. If you need any help on recovery, I've been through that process for many years now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan Crawford, you are the man. I appreciate you coming on the Be Different podcast. You gave us great stuff as always. I know for myself, everybody here, and definitely every Xavier fan here in Cincinnati, and anyone that watches basketball, high level of respect for you as a player. And man, one thing that people don't get from you that I got is you're one of the funniest guys that I ever had the opportunity to play with. I truly mean that. Between you, Mark, and two, the absolute comedy that ensued on a daily basis was much appreciated.
Yeah, man, it was that was some of the funnest times, man. I think about it all the time and how, like, if we would have got past that game, just how how much of a chance we really had, man. It was fun.
Well, I remember when we were waiting to go on the court in Salt Lake City, and Butler was playing Syracuse, and Syracuse had Wesley Johnson, Andy Routens. They were the 1 seed, and they were playing Butler, and then Butler upset Syracuse. So we're going on the court, Sweet 16 game, playing Kansas State, and we knew that if we won, we had an opportunity to play a team that we should have beat earlier in the season. And unfortunately we didn't get that opportunity, but I mean, regardless, still one of the great runs in Xavier history, and you have some of the biggest shots in Xavier history. That's the one people remember, but there were so many games throughout that year as well. I remember the game at St. Louis that you hit some daggers. I mean, you hit dagger after dagger, especially that last half of the season.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That St. Louis game, I actually tell people all the time, that was my best game I played.
I thought that the game at St. Louis, I remember Mario Mercurio going absolutely insane after that game. I mean, the guy went absolutely nuts.
I appreciate you having me on here, man, and bringing back the memories. I gotta see you, my man. They don't know you. You know what I'm saying? We used to drive back to Xavier together because we both from the same place, man.
Yeah, we did. We were driving around in my old '95 silver Impala.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, that thing took an absolute beating. It got to about 250,000 miles, so I got rid of it, but I stayed true to my roots. I now have a new leased Impala, 2017. So thanks to Kelsey Chevrolet for that one.
Oh, man, I keep doing your thing still, man.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm going to actually be back up in Detroit soon. My older brother was living in China, in Beijing. I should have got him in touch with you when you were playing, but he just moved back from China. He's in Detroit. So I'm planning up a trip to Detroit here really soon. And then next time you're in Cincinnati, man, we'll have to link up.
Got to, man. I appreciate you having me.
All right. See you, man.